Are you a racist if you criticize an African-American politician? The left says, oh, yes, you are. The charge, Trump is a racist, is now an established theme in the Democrats' 2020 campaign. I object. Just because you use harsh language doesn't mean your intent is to denigrate another race. Throwing that word around, racist, shuts down the debate. You can't solve problems if you can't speak freely. The word racist is now applied to just about anybody. It no longer has bite. Baltimore has brought the racist charge to the boil. In a series of tweets, the president has criticized Congressman Elijah Cummings. He is a Democrat who's represented a majority black district for over 20 years. The president described Cummings' district as, quote, a disgusting rat and rodent-infested mess where no human being would want to live. Oh, that caused outrage. The media jumped on it, and from there on out, branded the president a racist and a bigot. Again, I object. The president was describing reality. Bernie Sanders had said exactly the same thing, but he wasn't called a racist. Oh, no, he's a socialist. Now we find that Congressman Cummings himself had used similar language. He said Baltimore was, quote, drug-infested, and the residents walked around like zombies. He was saying the same thing as the president. Nobody criticized him for telling it the way it is, but Trump is a racist. This smearing, this name-calling is a deliberate political tactic, and I think it's going to fail. The weak performance of Democrats running big cities can no longer be covered up. This president, unlike any other president, is prepared to call it how he sees it and damn the consequences. The president wants the votes of African Americans. He's courting them. Instead of pandering with offers of money, he's asking what happened to the billions already spent. Baltimore got $1.8 billion just from the stimulus package. What happened to it? Where did the money go? The Democrats have opened Pandora's box without realizing it. They thought that calling him a racist would silence him. Wrong. They've given him a campaign theme, and that theme is the Democrats failing their own supporters.
No one has paid a higher price for the far left's destructive agenda than Americans living in our nation's inner cities. We spend billions and billions and billions for years and years and years, and it's stolen money, and it's wasted money, and it's a shame.
All right, there you heard it. That's the president last night in Cincinnati, slamming Democrat-run cities. Tammy Bruce, Independent Women's Voice president and Fox contributor, is with us now. All right.
Good morning.
I'm saying racist is overused, used to shut down the debate, and it's absolutely wrong.
Right, but it's also meant to protect politicians. Let's forget about the skin color for a moment of the establishment. That there's one thing that brings them together. It's a selfishness, look for power, prestige, the money that comes with, obviously these days, public service. But left behind are the people in these cities, these great American cities that are being destroyed by liberal policies. And this argument that you can't critique them protects the politicians who are leading these cities into not just a decline, but into destruction.
I mean, this is sunlight as a disinfectant.
Yes.
Because you can actually say things.
Right.
You break the mold. You can say things about the Democrats who run these cities.
Well, yes, and this argument, and it's not just when it comes to race, but remember, we weren't supposed to critique Hillary Clinton because that was misogynist. You're not supposed to critique liberal gay people because that's homophobic. All of this is bunk. And in the meantime, who are they protecting? They're protecting their own. They're protecting the establishment at the cost of the people in Chicago, which is still a bloodbath. 8 people murdered last weekend, over 40 injured because of gun violence. You don't hear about that either. The people in Los Angeles suffering, in San Francisco, New York, Denver now, certainly Baltimore, Detroit, Flint. All of that we're not supposed to speak about because it's racist or misogynist. But Donald Trump obviously didn't get the memo that you're not allowed to talk the truth, to speak the truth about these districts for the forgotten man and woman in those cities.
He's broken through. Tammy Bruce, thank you very much indeed. Good
My
to
pleasure.
see you. It's Friday morning. Thank you.